Hello and welcome to the Shearwood Games Irregular Update Early January edition. Today I'm going to be talking about Fleet Combat and the upcoming Kickstarter. So, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, we are aiming for a Kickstarter for Fleet Combat for the last week of January, and I'm happy to say that we are on track for that. As I posted on Reddit earlier in the week, we've got the final production prototype of the game ready. The rulebook is in the process of being written. The digital version is running a little bit behind. Turns out computer games are hard. Who would have guessed? But it's still on track to be ready before the Kickstarter launches. It'll be your standard 28-day Kickstarter. There'll be 100 physical copies of the game available. There'll be a deluxe edition including the diorama that I showed off a couple of weeks ago. That's going to be ready in the next, hopefully, week or so. It's gone off to the casters, and with any luck they'll be able to send back some test casts pretty soon that I'll be able to show off. So, without further ado, I thought that it would be nice if I showed you all the lovely prototype version. So this is the kind of box that it will come in. The final one will have a nice big logo up here. I haven't decided whether I want that to be colour or gold foil. Let me know in the comments which one you think that you would prefer. I might stick pictures of a couple of the mock-ups I've done so that people can make a informed decision. So inside you've got the game itself. I've realised I've never actually shown this on screen, but the orbit rings rotate. They rotate better when they've got the actual sort of pieces in them, but you can see they rotate quite freely just on their own. And then we've got the components, little inserts in the bottom. This is a handmade prototype. In the next couple of days I'll have the proper laser cut version, which will look a lot neater. But you get two sets of tokens for the game, one set in blue for the United Nations and Mankind, and one set in red for the Independent Planet protection packs. And then you get a complete set of the planets, asteroids and space stations along with the dice. In this version they're all in one bag, but in the final version they'll come in a set of bags on each of their own, just so the dice don't muck up the tokens. There will also be the rulebook, which will be an A5, probably in the 30-page mark, depends on how much stuff there is to put in there. Rulebook, full colour, which will include both the rules to play the game and also background information on the Solar Dominion universe. And all of this will be yours for the low cost of £30 plus shipping. Like many Kickstarters these days, we won't be charging shipping during the Kickstarter. This is partly to make stuff easier in terms of fulfillment, because it means that once we've actually got the final game in our hands, or once I've made them, I'll know exactly how much they'll weigh, and it means that I can offer the best prices that I can find when it's actually time to ship, rather than always is the risk that if you charge for shipping up front that the cost of shipping changes, or there's some alteration in what you actually end up making and it's heavier than you planned. Or worse, from your point of view, if it actually turns out that, I don't know, Royal Mail cut their prices by 10% in the next 2 to 3 months, I come to ship the games and shipping was drastically cheaper than what I charged. I feel it works out better for everyone, and a number of Kickstarters I've personally backed over the last 6 months to a year have worked this way, and it works out quite nicely. Anyway, it's a bit of a short one this week. It's all steam ahead on Fleet Combat as one final item, I'm planning on trying to stream a bit more on Twitch rather than YouTube from now on. Twitch just seems nicer than YouTube in a lot of ways. It's certainly got better integration with everything. But I will probably try and start streaming on Tuesdays, either streaming as I have in the past, sort of from the workshop, but also a couple of people have expressed interest in seeing how I design laser cut kits, and so I did a test stream not last week but the week before, and so this coming Tuesday I will be trying out streaming again, designing a laser cut MDF kit on Twitch. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks for the Kickstarter announcement video. Thank you very much. See you next time.